In the first session that I had with almost every client, they can sit and tell me everything that they don't want, what people aren't doing for them, how they're not showing up for them, what's unfair, what needs to change. And then I ask one simple question: what do you want? Everything goes quiet. Suddenly the answers are surface level. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Some of them can't even allow themselves to be curious about it because somewhere along the way, they already decided that they couldn't have it. If that's you, if you can build a whole case for everything that's wrong, but if somebody asks you, what do you want? You immediately go blank. I want to explain to you why this happens. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. If we haven't met, hello, my name's Natasha. I'm a licensed therapist and the founder of Javery Integrative Wellness Services. We work with high achieving Black women who look like they have it together, all on the outside, but feel extremely disconnected on the inside. And this exact thing, not knowing what you want, is one of the most common places that disconnection shows up. And it's not because you lack insight. It's because somewhere along the way, wanting became dangerous. Here's what I notice constantly. My clients can sit and talk a whole session, 45 to 50 minutes, about what their partner isn't doing, what their job isn't giving to them, what their family expects from them that now they resent. It's detailed, okay? It's specific. They're very articulate on all the things that they don't want. The language is fluent. It's been practiced for years. You can tell it's been practiced for years. And then I ask, okay, so what is it that you actually want instead of all of the things that are happening? All of a sudden, cat got your tongue. It becomes real vague. I don't know. I guess I want more support. Or I don't know, honestly. And it's flat. It's just a fact about them. I just don't know. And here's what I want you to understand, because I feel like you can resonate with this on a very deep level. This is not a character flaw. It's not that you lack self-awareness, because you're a very self-aware person. Naming what's wrong is completely different from naming what you want. And for a lot of people, only one of the skills ever gets developed over a lifetime. Here's how we need to repackage this so that you can move on differently. It's usually not that you don't know what it is that you want. You know what you want. It's just that some part of you decided a long time ago that it wasn't safe to want those things out loud. Complaints are safe. They're about something someone else did or didn't do. So you're not exposed. You're not asking for anything. You're just reporting. Wanting is different. Wanting means naming a desire that could either be denied, someone could judge you for it, or someone could just ignore it altogether. And if that happens enough times growing up, the safer thing to do is just to stop wanting the thing in the first place. And it's not a conscious thing. It's more protection. So when you say, Natasha, I don't know what I want, what's often actually true is I stopped letting myself find out, because finding out usually would cost me something or nothing would happen anyway. Let's talk about the 3 reasons why you've lost touch with what you want. First, you've learned wanting was dangerous. For a lot of us, this starts early, and specifically being told no so often, it became the expected answer. Being called needy, dramatic, or always wanting something when you expressed a want. Wow. This teaches a very fast lesson. Wanting things is going to get you criticized. It's going to get you judged. Not having the thing is actually, it's disappointing, but we can survive that. But when you're being told that you're too much for wanting something in the first place by people you love, that's the part that actually hurts. And that's the part that your brain is saying, oh, we don't want to feel this ever again. So it stops producing wants before anyone else has the chance to reject you or to judge you. Second, you learn that no one is coming. You've probably been told that no one is coming. So you stop forming wants that require someone else. A lot of women, a lot of us, because I'm going to include myself in this one because this one resonates a lot for me, had to work hard to take care of yourself early, emotionally, and sometimes physically, like practically, you had to take care of yourself. Some of you earlier than you should have. That shouldn't have been your job. And when you learn that no one is coming, no one is showing up for your needs, there is this efficient and protectiveness that happens. You stop forming needs that depend on other people because at the end of the day, the only person who's got me is me. And it's not that you don't want connection. It's not that you don't want support or help. It's that wanting those particular things you learned early, they're not going to come. And it just generates disappointment when nothing shows up, when no one shows up to support you. So the desire, like a switch, just gets shut off because an unmet want hurts more than not having the want at all. And this resonates so much for me because I'm a breadwinner, right? So from very early on, left my parents' house, went to college, had these relationships where, yeah, I had to take care of me, to take care of me. And then a child entered into the world and I had to take care of myself and I had to take care of that child. I had a lot of support. I did. I had a lot of support, but I gained this hyper independent habit where I'm a go getter. I'm going to get it for myself. I'm going to do what I want. And one of the things that my dad told me when I was starting to date seriously again, he was like, when you find somebody, you're going to have to be careful because you're going to be so independent that you're not going to let that person help you. And it's not going to make for a good relationship. You're going to make it really hard for that person. And I was like, what are you talking about? What you're talking about? And then I got into a relationship and I started trying to be soft. I started trying to step away from always being the one to do, to figure out. I struggled with that transition and he struggled with that transition because when you teach people that you've got it and you can do it and you're strong and you're going to figure it out, they're going to let you. Like I talked about in the last video, and it's not that people don't want to do things for you, but if you're always like, no, I'm good. No, I don't need it. No, I got it. Then they're really like, okay, well, I'm just going to let her have it. We have to unlearn that because there are people out here that want to have connections with us and that want to show up for us. I didn't say that because it resonates so much with that one. So number 3, you've already pre-rejected the answer before you let yourself even feel the question. Now, this one is real subtle. It's real quiet, and you might not even notice that it's happening. And it's one of the ones that shows up the most in my clients across the board. So we're in maybe, let's talk, say, session 4, session 5, and we're starting to kind of get into what is it you want and think I want, but then they stop themselves before finishing the sentence because some part of them has already decided the answer that's getting ready to come out of my mouth, it's not possible anyway. Here's the mechanism, okay? If you already believe you can't have something, your mind has little incentive to even think about it, to even feel what it is that you want. Wanting something you believe is so unreachable, it just feels painful. It's like, why am I even going to put myself through this? Because it's not going to happen. So then your curiosity completely gets shut down before it even gets good and going. And it's not because you don't want to know. It's because knowing without believing it's possible actually feels worse than just staying vague. That's why I don't know. When you say I don't know, it's not really true. You know exactly what it is that you want. What you're actually saying is, I won't let myself know because I've already decided that it can't. And as always, I'm going to be real direct with you and tell you where this is coming from. A lot of Black women inherit this script that says needing things, wanting things, asking for things makes you too much. And that the safer path is to be self-sufficient and be able to do it all by yourself. And then I'm going to have low expectations on top of that from other people. And that script gets praised as you get older. It's like, oh, you're so mature. Oh, you've got it together. When really it's just another survival strategy. Still running long after that situation that created it is gone. So if you're a little girl and you created this narrative that I have to do it all by myself because no one's coming to help me, that didn't go anywhere because you haven't done anything with it. And it has stuck with you into all of these other versions of you. And this is the same gap that I keep coming back to. You can look like you have your life completely figured out and still have no real access to what it is that you actually want. Because some part of you decided a long time ago that it's safer not to know. So here's the practice. I got your action step for this video. This week, I just want you to notice one moment where you catch yourself saying, I don't know what I want. Because I know you're going to say it. You probably say it multiple times a day. Instead of accepting that as your final answer, ask yourself, is it that I don't know what I want? Or is it that I've already decided that I can't have it? If you actually want to get to the bottom of these consistent patterns that you have of shutting down what it is that you want, go ahead and take the survival mode assessment. It's linked below. It'll help you name what's actually running underneath all of this instead of just staying stuck in I don't know. I want you to understand that you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you for not knowing what you want. It's actually extremely common, very normal. And the reason is you learned a long time ago that it was safer not to want anything, not to even dig into that Pandora's box. That was true then, but it doesn't have to be true now. So if this video resonated with you, make sure that you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video drops. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.